Hannah Molloy, and the owner of the Bassaleg Dog Walking FIeld, Rebecca Harris. A very good evening to both of you. Rebecca, let me start with you. You've very kindly offered a sanctuary for some of these dogs. How exactly will that work?
Well, I already had a dog walking field, which people pay and come and use to exercise any dogs.
Okay.
And I had a word with my insurance company and said, how is this going to work with these banned dogs? And they were really supportive. They were already supportive enough to say, yes, we've got a protocol in place, which means as long as the owner is present and as long as the dogs have got the paperwork, the insurance for themselves and their exemption certificate, then happy days and they can come.
OK. And you're in Newport, so are the rules different there in terms of the ban?
No, I don't think so. No, it's exactly the same here in Wales. It's just important that these dogs get a place that they can actually be dogs and the owners can enjoy them and not feel prejudiced against.
Yes. Right. And so will they have to be muzzled while they're running around the field or not?
No.
No.
They need to park within a designated and gated area, so they're not in a public space at all.
Right.
And then they don't need a lead, they don't need a muzzle, they can chase a ball, chase a stick and enjoy being dogs.
OK. And have you had to get any special insurance to kind of protect the dogs from one another or from the people walking them?
I've already got that. I've had that since the field opened 3 years ago. But obviously I checked with the insurance company to make sure that they were happy for XL bullies to come, and they were immediately supportive.
OK. Let me talk to Hannah now, Hannah Molloy, dog behaviourist expert. I mean, funnily enough, just before we did this show, my producer this morning witnessed what looked like an XL bully jumping over a garden fence and going after somebody's dogs. The owner came out, apparently, grabbed the dog, managed to take it back inside the house. But I thought ironic that this is the first day that they've actually been supposedly banned. And I said to her, well, I don't know whether you can report that. And she said, well, I wouldn't know whether it's an actual XL bully or whether it's on the list or not. Not sure Hannah can hear me. I think she might have frozen. Sorry, Rebecca, let me ask you that same question.
Searching.
Sorry, we're having a bit of an issue there. Rebecca, sorry, can I put that to you? You know, people see these problems arising, you know, in their day-to-day kind of operations, as it were. And it's not very easy for ordinary people who don't know dogs terribly well to know whether one of these dogs is on the list, is it?
Possibly not. But basically, if a dog looks like a large Staffordshire Bull Terrier type of dog, if it measures 19 inches or above for a bitch or 20 inches and above for a dog, then it is classed as an XL bully type. If it has a large head with a large jaw and a muscular body, then it is classed as that type of dog.
Okay.
There are some guidelines that are in place that owners can go to find out.
OK. Well, let me come back to Hannah. I think we might have got you back, Hannah. I don't know if you heard what my question was to you earlier, but you know, as I say, my producer Holly this morning just witnessed an incident, but she wasn't sure actually what to do. She wasn't sure if the dog was in fact an XL bully. Are you supposed to call the police? What would you recommend doing in that situation?
The thing to remember is that, you know, it's against the law no matter what for a dog to be dangerously out of control in a public place. Right. And I think there's naturally going to be a bit of a period of time where people are going to be hot on looking for XL bullies or pit bull types because it's been so prevalent in the news. But, you know, the truth is any dog that is dangerously out of control in a public place is an issue for the police. So if you are concerned, then I definitely call the police. But if the dog doesn't look like it's in particular danger, maybe it's just straying, I think it's really important that we don't get too stressed out about a sort of XL bully spotting. There's a lot of people who are very nervous right now and are working out the best ways of living with their big-headed, beautiful dogs. And so yeah, I would just say be kind as best you can. If you can see the owner and alert the owner and help, then I would do. And if you're concerned, then I definitely call the police.
Yes. And what about Rebecca's idea to have a sort of private field in Newport that you can use to take the dog? Do you think that's a good thing?
We need it, don't we? I think we're in a really weird place right now between, the Animal Welfare Act. We are required as dog owners to give dogs the 5 freedoms, and one of those freedoms is the freedom to exhibit natural behaviour. And obviously, a natural behaviour for dogs is to be able to run and to be able to put things in their mouth and carry toys around. And so I love what Rebecca's doing. I'm just championing anybody who has a private space that can be made available for these dogs, because they literally can't go off lead anymore. And I'm hoping that more philanthropists might spring up and want to sponsor or support people who might not be able to afford to rent private dog fields, because there's going to be many XL bully owners who that definitely applies to. I think as a country we need to think about that. Especially XL bully puppies, who we're in a really weird phase right now where we have puppies that are wearing muzzles. It's not something we'll ever have seen before. So everything that we can do to maintain the mental health of those dogs is paramount.
Right. And Rebecca, let me just come back to you. I mean, have you received a lot of requests from people who want to bring their XL bullies to you, or is it a bit too early to say?
No, I have received quite a few requests. There was a local campaign for one particular dog, an XL bully called Helen, and her new owner. So I did sponsor that dog with some free sessions in the field, right. And a lot more people have come forward with theirs. But yeah, going forward, it might be something that that other fields can do, and just to make these owners and these dogs feel normal and comfortable and happy to enjoy their dogs as responsible dogs.
Yeah, and do the owners of those dogs, do they understand why some people are frightened of them and why some people fear them?
Yes, I think they do. I think they do. Yeah. But the people that are going ahead with the exemption and following the letter of the law are not the people that have caused the problem for these dogs in the first place. Yeah. You know, they're responsible, loving dog owners.
Yeah. No, I get that. Rebecca, thank you very much indeed. We're out of time, unfortunately. Hannah, thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate it. I think we'll be talking about this for a while.